On politics, the high cost of political participation continues to pose a major barrier to inclusive governance in Nigeria. In response, the Westminster Foundation for Democracy convened a public stakeholders engagement in Abuja to address growing concerns surrounding the cost of politics and its impact on political inclusion. Zainab Akogun tells us more in this report.
The rising cost of politics in Nigeria continues to discourage many aspiring leaders, especially young people, women, and persons with disabilities, from contesting elective positions. From exorbitant nomination forms to costly campaign expenses, many potential candidates are priced out of the race before the elections even begin. To tackle this pressing issue, the Westminster Foundation for Democracy, WFD, hosted a public stakeholders engagement in Abuja to present its latest report titled Cost of Politics and Political Inclusion in Nigeria. The event brought together political actors, civil society organizations, development partners to deliberate on how financial barriers are undermining inclusive governance. According to WFD Nigerian's country representative, Adebowale Olorumola, there is an urgent need to reform political party structures and reduce the cost of participation to ensure a level playing field for all.
Given the fact that the cost of politics has been escalating lately, and it only gives people that have money access into the political space. And if you agree with me that the health of democracy is majorly indicated by the percentage of people participating in the process, specifically if you look at the nosediving representation of women in political institutions, particularly the Assembly, National Assembly, State Assembly, it is a major concern.
Also speaking, the minority leader of the House of Representatives, Kingsley Chinda, stressed the need for party ideologies and accountability within Nigeria's democratic space.
Promotes that will be my political party. If it is based on grounds of belief, you agree that I will be ready to make sacrifice for that party. And so funding will not be an issue. Members will pay their dues. So let us develop the aspect of party ideology. And the issues of defection we see today, it's also one of the reasons why members can defect freely. The ideologies of the parties are not known at all.
Other speakers called for enhanced participation of women and marginalized groups, stressing that democracy must be accessible, fair, and inclusive. The report highlights how financial constraints continue to sideline women, youth, persons with disabilities, and those with limited economic means, further entrenching elitism in Nigerian politics.
The politics we practice in Nigeria is male-dominated, and so we have a lot of factors affecting us as women, several barriers. Okay, money aside, you have the traditions, So for you to get into politics, you have to go through a lot to even sit at the table. And that's why at the end of the day, we have very few women in the parliament. The Nigerian space is shrinking for the Nigerian woman. Right now, what is at the front burner is the special seat bills.
The situation will not be plain, it will not be fair, there is no equity in the system. So because constitutionally parties are not the funds or subvention for political parties have been withdrawn, so somehow you have to fight to survive, for your parties to move on, to be part of the system.
The difference between what we have in Nigeria and some other contexts is the lack of transparency on the source of these funds and how the funds are being used. It is also about accountability. It is about how citizens feel like they can hold people accountable whom they voted into office, or whether the lines of accountability is to the source of the money and not to the source of the votes.
As Nigeria prepares for future elections, stakeholders insist that addressing the financial barriers to political participation is vital for building a more equitable and accountable democratic system. Zainab Akogun, reporting for Kaftan TV News, Abuja.